All right, we're back, and whoop, dropping my coins already. I got the coin ready for the coin flip. Just waiting for somebody to call it, so here we go. It's going to be PiLiPiLi calls heads. Oops, okay. And it is tails. I suppose the camera doesn't focus well on that, but that's a moose head. It's quarter. Tails. We go EU then. Alright, so Cheers for Gaming's up 1 point. PiLiPiLi and Elazer is already going to be a tough match, but now PiLiPiLi has to play cross-server. I really feel like Elazer has a lot going for him. I think his skill, his dominance of the other Europeans. But before I talk too down on PiLiPiLi, again, this guy has surprised us with wins where we didn't expect against some Koreans. His North American rankings have been pretty good too. So we'll see just how he does here versus Elazer. But it does suck because he is going to have to play cross-server, and hopefully this won't be too bad for him. But with his team having 1 point on the board, even if he loses, it's not going to put his team in too terrible of a spot. Because it guarantees we're going to have more, or that would guarantee we have more than just the initial 3 matches. But let's get this lobby hosted. Excuse me. Map's going to be on King Sejong Station. Blizzard-only maps. Booyah. And then BaseTradeTV graphs, so that we can get the graphs, because it's what matters most. Graphs are the most excellent and best part about using this mod. Excuse me. So there's Elazer, there's PiLiPiLi. Get these guys on in here. Oh yeah. Okay, so like I said, we're back on track. We're doing the second series fully and entirely. Hopefully nobody will disappear here. And as soon as PiLiPiLi joins us, we'll get into the lobby for this. So let me just invite him once again. Swap over. Boop. I guess this hiccup of matches kind of works a little bit too. Bly had the WESG games he's playing simultaneously, and hopefully that means that he'll be finished with that by the time we go back to their series, ideally. But like we said, sorry about the hiccup, sorry about the difference, guys. Ready is called. Let's hop into it. Boop, boop, boop. So King Sejong Station for the second map in this best of 5. Different players for each of these maps. Of course, the third map will be Dasan Station. We're going to have Puck versus Beastie Cutie. I'm actually really looking forward to that one the most. And I'm going to be honest here, guys. Here's how I hope this plays out. Okay, I hope Elazer wins this, so it's 1-1. I hope Puck then gets to play in North America with a coin flip for Dasan Station. And give us some really fun, really cool matches. But we'll talk more on that in a moment. In the top left side of the map, it's going to be the Yellow Zerg player team. Nope, it's True Esports. Elazer playing for the temporary team of Yord. Bottom right side, though, representing Protoss in the most Protoss-y team in the league. It's the red Psystorm Gaming's PiLiPiLi, representing temporary team Cheers for Gaming. And I guess taking a quick moment to sell out, guys, because if you do enjoy any of the sponsors on the channel, these guys have all been with us for like years at this point, and they've all helped make StarCraft 2 possible. So if you want to chair, if you live in North America, whether it's Canada or the United States, consider checking out chairsforgaming.com/chairsforgaming.ca. And if you want a really cool gift that you can give to somebody that's fairly cheap but looks freaking amazing, consider going to woodwatches.com/base and looking at the Yord wood watches. Usually they have deals that crop up around holiday times. You'll see this 5% off, again, like a $20 off and all that. But oh no. During the Kespa Cup qualifiers, Elazer was doing some proxies, but that was something that was easily shut down. I want to say, who was it? Drogo, I want to say. I could be wrong. My brain's fuzzy from hours of casting that day, but Elazer did proxies as well. And this was shut down by having 5 cannons at the top of this ramp. One of the big things you would do is scout it. But PiLiPiLi, as much as I love this guy, he doesn't play much in Europe, I would imagine, so I can't guess how much he's played against Elazer. The counter argument would be, well, he's probably playing against Scarlet a fair amount, who's been doing cheesy proxies as well. But from players like Elazer and Bly and others, this is something you see more of over here than over there. And PiLiPiLi, he's going to see no hatchery, but what does that really tell him? Will he know to cancel something and go for a forge as soon as possible? Will he put cannons down blindly? Unfortunately for him, he's not going to have all the information he needs to know what exactly is going on. This just looks weird. You kind of contemplate, maybe it's a Ling all-in. He's got speed after all. He sees the spawning pool wiggling. He knows gas was taken and then stopped. But is that enough for PiLiPiLi? The hatchery's already down. The spine crawlers are building. He's still got time. If he puts on a pylon and a forge, maybe gets those cannons up. But I'll tell you guys here and now, these spine crawlers are going to tear down these rocks, and I think PiLiPiLi is going to be completely caught off guard by it. The forge begins. I think he knows something's up and he wants cannons, but he doesn't know from where, and he doesn't know why. I am guessing in his mind he would have originally predicted the hatchery to be somewhere out here. That's why the Adept is shading to look. But if he was listening, he could hear the rocks being torn down and should immediately know what's going on. Creep showing up straight up at the top of the ramp at the back of his base. It's too late to put a pylon down. The natural base has no chance to survive. Maybe actually if he backs up a bit. But here's the problem. When you put the cannons here, the spine crawlers can't root properly in range due to the fact that they can't root on a ramp. They can, however, root up here on the high ground, and that makes all the difference in the world. So even if cannons were completing, which they're not, the spine crawlers are still going to get a chance to burrow. Overcharge was already burned on one of the pylons, so this forward pylon can no longer reach those spine crawlers. It's going to die. Cannons will come down to try and guard the ramp. I actually think this is kind of cool. Enough cannons with enough damage stop queens from transfusing and shut down spine crawlers, but there's a lot of Lings coming up behind this too. Elazer's going through the front door with the Lings, but he could just as easily come through the back door as well. One of his queens is going to go down, a little bit of miscontrol, no reason for her to have died, but the cannon falls for it, and the spine crawlers continue to advance forward. The overcharge gets popped, but it doesn't reach much. The queen backs away, she still dies to that last shot. PiLiPiLi's last bastion of hope is these 4 buildings. Unfortunately, the mothership core does need to be, recharged. She has no energy, no more overcharges. But with the queens being backed away, he could potentially get on top of the spine crawlers and start shooting them. Problem is, though, probes now being pulled in the main. It means no mining for PiLiPiLi, and these 400 minerals are all the money in the world he has to work with. These Lings are going to make damn sure there's no mining, not easily for quite some time. Nexus is about to fall down, and I think it might just be a little bit too much at this point. Stalker can't be pulled to the main. There's too many Lings. Mothership core trying to hammer down and rain justice from above, but very, very slowly. And with the natural base being gone, eventually the gateway, the cyber core, everything will disappear, and PiLiPiLi is just SOL. And I'll tell you guys, if Elazer did these same moves on North America versus Europe, I still think this game would have gone the exact same way. Lack of scouting killed PiLiPiLi, and Elazer's cheeky cheesiness really got the upper hand here. The pylon goes down. Feels bad, man. There is nothing left to defend at this point. Mothership core dies straight up. Probe still not mining. No cannon in the main. No pylon to hide around. Nothing to keep PiLiPiLi alive. It looks like Team Yord, temporary Team Yord, will take the game and put a point on the board. Nice job by Elazer. God, I'll tell you guys, if there's no scouting, this almost looks like a free win build. Like, this is almost worse than Proxy Reapers in terms of, like, that looks devastating. But, yeah, PiLiPiLi after game just basically saying he didn't see that coming is about how that goes out, too. Next up is going to be Puck versus Beastie Cutie. I got to get both these players online. We'll have Puck come to Europe, and we'll do the coin flip here. Puck, go EU for coin flip. BaseTradeTV. Okay. And we'll go to a break, and we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.